Okay, we have a learned Hackmen story for you from 123 years ago from the Youth Companion magazine, and it'll be read to you by Jennifer.
The race of drivers of public carriages has always been famous for its sharpness of wit. Hackmen are empathetically men of the world. They come in contact with all sorts of people and become wonderfully acute in guessing the occupations and estimating the weakness of possible passengers. They are sober and dignified with clergymen and lively and slangly with gay men of the world. They make a complete and very worldly application to their business of the saying of Paul about being made all things to all men. Two young men who had somewhat the appearance of college professors arrived in Boston one night on a late train, and were asked to ride by several hackmen standing in a row. They were in doubt which one to choose when one of the drivers called out, "Learned men, it is proper that you should ride with a man of erudition. I am he. This way, please." The two passengers, who were really instructors in a college, were so much astonished at this salutation that they gave themselves into the man's charge. "Have you the metal discs which represent your impedimenta?" asked the driver. They give him the luggage bag checks. He loaded the trunks upon the carriage, and they drove to a hotel. Before leaving him, they engaged the man in conversation. "Yes," said he, "I have driven many learned men. I have often had Edward Everett and Horace Mann in my carriage together. Alas, they are both gone now. Pulvis et umbra summis." "You are acquainted with Horace too, I see," said one of the passengers. "Very well," said the man, with a sad smile. "I have frequently had him in my carriage too, but not in perishable flesh. I am familiar with him in the immortal guise of ink and paper." This learned hackman sustained his character much better than did a driver at Newport on the occasion of one of the great meetings of friends which take place regularly at the city. In order to attract the patronage of the visiting friends, this man dressed himself in broad-brimmed hat and an old drab coat, and waited for passengers at the station or the steamboat wharf. Whenever a delegation of friends arrived, he called out, "Will thee have a carriage? Will thee have a carriage?" He had beguiled one Quaker into his convenience, but presently, having gone away for a moment with the passengers' checks, he returned with a stormy look on his face and called out to the Quaker inside the carriage, "Where in all get out is their baggage?" This unquakerly expression betrayed him as an impostor to the entire community of friends, and he was favored with no more of their custom.
All right, well, that was quite a story, and if you notice, some of the words have a different definition today. So keep that in mind when you hear this story. This is 123 years ago. They did not know what things were going to be like today. So I hope you've enjoyed this story, and stay tuned. Be sure to sub me, and we'll bring you some more. Bye-bye now.